and we'll see the Bears' superstar tight end.
The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And off we go on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a look at the man under center. Now in his 8th season in the National Football League.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the...
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. 34 yards. And the Bengals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. Room here to run. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Yeah, and we see this so often. There's excellent coverage downfield, so the quarterback makes a nice decision, just flip it out to the flat and see what the running back can do. Plenty of space to roam, and he turns it into a big play.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his drive. 42 yards on the ground for him so far. For a lot of people, the MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. There's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
The Bengals at 15-1 on the year. They've been flawless these last couple months, winners of 9 in a row.
And let's give them a ton of credit, because in a league that's built on any given Sunday, any team can win. To run off this kind of a streak, this kind of a number, that's pretty darn impressive.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Kemp, and he'll be taken down at about the 45.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. And the Bears will take over here just shy of the 30. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen. Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now here's a throw. And Freeman lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Now a handoff up the middle. Kemp, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They'll run on 1st down. Kemp on a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row. On 1st down, Kemp, and he's taken down inside the 30. 121 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. They'll run on 1st down. Kemp, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. Kemp. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is Young on the carry. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
The running game's playing a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
On 1st down, Kemp, and he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they... And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wilson. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now it's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Freeman. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. The throw taken in by Sims. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. Again, he'll drop to throw. He gets it to Sims, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. So that winds up a 7-point drive all total. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Wilson gets it off to Freeman. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half, it's Wilson. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the Queens. And we get it, no time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime and get back to the action. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Well, here we sit, week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
They'll keep it on the ground. Kemp. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, Kemp. And he's got some space here. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have and intercepted. Wilson's third of the game. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter, it would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner dead. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 244 yards for him on the ground now. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bengals have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes this 35-0 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. This will be fielded inside the 5. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And just like that, it's third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Wilson. Over the middle, it's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now Wilson on first down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Throwing on second and long. Wilson. Under pressure, they got him again. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And this will be taken at the 13. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals getting set to go.
Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
He'll take this to the 46.
A gain of 3, second down. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
They'll run on first down. Kemp, and some room to run now.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. Kemp, and here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Up the middle they go. Kemp, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bengals add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle, and it is 42-0. So that drive in total 8 plays, and in the end it's capped off by a 7-yard run.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the 4th quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film section tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while. But everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Wilson. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. On third down, Kemp. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On first down, Kemp. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6.
Well, we have seen the stiff arm get a bit of renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do them? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson. And now here's another interception.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Kemp. They find some open field here. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Hurry!
They'll run on first down. Kemp. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with third and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On third down, Kemp.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, Kemp. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Here we go.
On the ground, they go with Young. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Point after here coming up. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Onto the field now come the Bears.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals.